Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy, and it is October 6th. So those of us who are on live, we chat a little bit and came up with something that we were asking Amma to work with. And I'm going to just let y'all find out what it is in case she changes it. You never know about Amma. You just never know. So let us begin. Heart source. And for those of you who are new, because more people are coming to the YouTube channel each week, new people, and that is wonderful. So, how do you develop your heart source? Move into your heart, the front of your heart chakra, and imagine yourself moving deep within in your consciousness. Now, you're going to keep your consciousness there, but you're also moving around to the back and going into the back of the heart chakra. Somebody's a little bit too low, if you feel like it's having a hard time going into the back, just kind of roam around with your consciousness. But okay, somebody just slipped in, and keep going as far as you can into the back of your heart center, because there is the special place called your sacred space that is there. And it's like walking through an alleyway or a tunnel or a hallway, and then suddenly you step into the grand ballroom. But it is a wonderful, exciting place. And now, keeping your awareness there, also move around back to the front, go into the front of your third eye, the brow chakra, and set your intention to go deep within the front and to have revealed to you the violet flame that is resting there. And we discovered that when Amma gave me the information for the book Hidden Structures, that the violet flame is in the back of our third eye, everyone's. We just need to ask for it to be activated. You can call it down from outside of yourself too, but it's there. Good. Now go around to the back and go into the back of your third eye. Somebody's a little bit further down and to the right. There you go. Good. So then that's in, and so that's wonderful. And now I just got told, wait a minute, let people go deeper. Go deeper into the back of your third eye. Good. Now, draw for yourself, imagine, ask for a beam of energy connecting your heart chakra to your third eye. Goes right up the center of you. Notice what changes in your energy with that connection. And now send the beam of energy. You can just draw it or do whatever to go to the center of the universe. This anchors you into basically the fifth dimension. And now bring it straight down, keeping it there, but bring it straight down to the center of the earth. And this is anchoring into the third dimension. So here we are, walking between the worlds, right here. Good. Now, say, I am the sword. Those of you who have Michael's sword. Those of you who do not have the Archangel's sword, extend your dominant hand, palm up. Ask Archangel Michael for his sword. Feel, see, sense him placing the hilt of the sword in the palm of your hand. And now bring that sword in front of your heart, point up, blade up. And this is a sword of transmutation. It's not a sword of battle. It's a sword of change, transmutation. And place the sword within your heart chakra. Feel it go throughout your body. And you are now the sword, and you can activate it simply by saying, I am the sword. And this will expand throughout your physical body, your energy bodies, the aura, as far as it goes. Good. Now proclaim heart source, expand to the furthest reaches of my aura, or if it's what am I, your hands extended outward to the fingertips, whichever is larger. You just want the heart source to go all the way around, and your heart source will continue to expand as you continue to expand. And now violet flame, activate along all the layers of the aura. When I was first told this, it was activate. I was doing activate around the 7th layer. They said, go ahead and do it across along all layers of the aura. Wonderful. And now this is something you can do at any time. You can do these processes, but then also declare chakra spin as fast as is safe for me. Breathe in, bringing in energy from above and below, bring it all to your heart, and then set your intention that it spreads throughout all of your chakras and your energy body. And then set your intention to exhale any congestion that's ready to leave. Keep breathing in, bringing in, I usually bring in like a color that I use for God's love. And then I exhale the color I see for the congestion that's ready to go. Good. Now we're going to bring everybody into the healing lecture room. I've adapted a process from the Melchizedek method. So all of us, whoever listens to this, no matter when, are here. Everyone is gathered, and there is a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us, pillars of light in each corner. And the angelic realm is surrounding the perimeter of this room. I am from all kinds of bands of angels. So like Archangel Michael has his band who works with him, Raphael, Uriel, Zadkiel, all of these angels. And some of them are coming in, and this has been happening lately, are actually angels that don't necessarily work in our universe or our dimension, but they are coming in to join and to assist. Big changes happening on the planet Earth. There we go. And now there is a central pillar. And in that central pillar, we invite to be with us those who are masters, those who are spiritual directors, those who we need and come in all different religious. Some of them are religions, some of them are metaphysical, saints, masters, lords and ladies, whatever, coming in to support us. I see them walking in mainly because that's how I was taught through the Melchizedek method. Now I have my own that come in all the time, and there are those, you may see others, but for instance, I usually see Yeshua and Buddha coming in and celebrating together. There is Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, Mary of Magdala. There is in the Catholic Church Saint Jude, the patron saint of hopeless cases. Saint Anthony, who finds lost things. And the word I'm receiving, the reason Saint Anthony is here is that he can also assist in helping us finding ourselves, where we have, in a sense, lost a sense of ourselves. This is different than the soul healing angels who find lost pieces of ourselves, but this is like where we feel like we've lost ourselves in some way, or we've become aware that we are more than who we knew we are, and we want to find that again. And here is Hilarion and all of the Chohans of the different rays coming in, and they're actually Chohans from 33 rays, more than I'm ready to deal with right now, for sure. Having a hard time learning about the first 12, so not a hard time, what's the word? Sometimes it's just like a lot of information coming in. There we go. And we are going to begin, which is what we usually do after we do all of the protection stuff around us and setting ourselves up. And just to let you know for sure, you have 4 levels of protection. You have the heart source, you have Michael's sword, you have the violet flame, and you have what I call the healing lecture room. All of them providing protection. And as long as we stay in our heart source, or at the minimum within our heart, this protection is activated within us. And now for healing. Hilarion, the Chohan, the head of the 5th ray, the green ray of healing, is stepping forward. And Archangel Raphael, who is the archangel that works with this ray, is stepping forward. Connect with your healing team. So those of you who are new to Amma's work, your healing team consists of encodement technicians, consists of soul healing angels, consists of your, forgot who it was, body soul, and with your soul self, which is the name Amma uses for the higher self. Amma prefers not to use the word higher because people think of it in a hierarchical manner, thinking that the soul self is higher than, more important than us, and actually we're all working together. All aspects of ourself and all incarnations are working together. And any of those that you invite to work with you. There you go. And stepping forward to really be with us, with Hilarion and Yeshua is our soul self. She's kind of like she is kind of like the head of your healing team today, guiding and directing. And Hilarion says, beings of light, set your intention for what it is that you most want for healing of yourself today. And now Hilarion says, either call forth either a healing bed, a healing table that you're going to lay down upon, or call forth a chair. And he's laughing, or any other shape in between, but it will be for healing. And it is a jade green, which is the ray, the color of the ray for healing. And Yeshua is coming to assist. And Yeshua says, I taught, and you have heard from many others, ask and you shall receive. You are gathered together to ask now for healing. So that's part of your intention. And now Yeshua is saying, because I read a book, forgot the name of the book, of course, but it is a woman who collected experiences that she had as a hypnotherapist with people who have had past lives at the time of Jesus, and some of them in relationship with Jesus, some of them who were followers, some of them who heard him speak, and there was one in there. There were 24 different ones, and one of them who was angry at Jesus. He didn't agree with him. He felt like he was going against what has been taught. And one of the things said in this healing, the way that it's what Jesus taught about healing, it's talking about merging our energy of the highest level that we can with an individual for healing. So we've done this several times in these Sunday ceremonies, and this time we're going to do something a little bit different, but the same. It's just going to be a different variation. Heart source again, be sure you are within your heart source. And now call your soul self to be with you. And ask that you may merge into the oneness of your soul self, who is merged into the oneness of the one. And I usually add, and I'm going to do this again, is to ask for the divine blueprint of the Creator for the ultimate human. Many of you who are new may have heard of the ultimate human called the Adam Kadmon. It doesn't matter what you call it, the divine blueprint. And that is part of what's in the oneness. So merge with the energy of your soul self, who merges with the energy of the oneness, and your body merging with the divine blueprint. And know that there are changes occurring right now as you have your intention for healing within yourself. And that your body is aligning with the divine blueprint. And so when we say, ask and you shall receive, ask that your body in every way aligns with the divine blueprint and releases all that keeps you separate from the oneness. And those of you who are listening to the recording can hit pause if you need to wait. So as long as we can right now, allow the bringing together to occur. And your encodement team is working with you to align the encodements, releasing artificial ones, repairing damaged and altered ones, activating inactive natural encodements. Just to allow it to happen. You don't have to keep all of that in mind. It is simply your request joined with everyone else's request. And now from Archangel Raphael, asking for the exact vibration of love needed to transform behavior patterns within yourself. And behavior patterns are also thought patterns within yourself, which in a sense keeps alive dysfunction within your body. And some of it is conscious and some of it is totally unconscious. You may have had it from the time you were an infant. You don't have to identify it unless you know what it is. Many of us do not know the exact behavior. I mean, we may know that we're overeating or we're overusing or we're overdoing whatever, but many of us don't know the actual belief in there. Just ask for it to come. Your soul self knows exactly what is needed. The Creator knows exactly what is needed. We simply need to allow it to happen. Trust that you are loved. And Amma saying, and trust that you are love. And now, asking our soul self to continue this process, let us now allow ourselves to, as our soul team is working with us, as our healing team is working with us, that we now invite those that we have been holding in our minds and our hearts on a soul level to join us. So this is family and friends. These are people you actually know or know of from other people. So we're not working with the world at large right now. It's like your next level. That's what we've been doing of late. Invite them in, whether it's like I'm inviting nieces, great nieces, nephews, dad, other friends that are struggling physically or emotionally. Now you're still bringing in energy from above and from below. It's like a siphon. If you've ever set off a siphon, you get it started and it keeps flowing. And yours is flowing as long as you're in your heart. And ask for a soul connection with all of those that you are holding in your mind and your heart. And it doesn't matter if you don't name every person, it is there within you. See them gathered before you. And now, because you're such amazing creators, ask and you shall receive. Ask that the energy coming into you not only cleanses you, but it moves from your heart, it can move from your hands, it can move from any chakra, and ask for it to go to each person that you're holding in your mind and heart. And that as it separates, just like the light goes into the prism and it brings out different colors without any real effort, it goes through the prism, that in this case, the light leaves you going to each individual at the exact vibration needed, the exact frequency needed. So you may be sending out, like a prism, all different colors, frequency and vibration. Release any need for there to be an outcome. You are just sending out exactly the vibration because you've been asked and it's been transformed within you to those around you. Valerian just told me that some of us, which I was doing, was sending like separate lights around. Another way to do it is to see an energy enfolding the whole group and ask that that ball of energy, which contains the creative force of all, that it vibrate at the frequency each person needs, and that will also be a way that the energy will go to each person as needed. And within that energy ball is the divine blueprint. And another thing I'm hearing, the divine blueprint is not just physical, it also has to do with the chakras, with the energy field, and it has to do with behavior patterns and beliefs. I'm like, what's the belief of God when God created us? Now, the process of our own self healing, we started that first, right, is going to continue. You are going to continue sending energy out to those that you know and love. So you've got that process started, still being firmly grounded above and below. Now incorporate those from the planet. And it can be human or non-human. It can be what we call living. They have breath, or it could be mineral, could be the water, whatever. What are you drawn to offer support? Is it a group of people? Is it an area of the planet? Is it focusing on decision makers? Bring them to you. And now ask, and I'm seeing everything in a bubble again. So just the same kind of bubble if you went that direction, but if you didn't, just go ahead and put the bubble around them, asking for the divine blueprint to be incorporated into this bubble of energy. And ask that the exact vibration, the frequency of love needed for these people that you are holding on this other level, or parts of the earth, and just allow that to happen. The only thing you need to do is have the intention and hold your heart source, bringing in the energy from above and below. As you're continuing this process, Amma, the Divine Mother, is going to come in and is going to talk to us. And you can continue, just kind of like you're setting it on automatic, just like you probably don't pay attention to what's in the oven until the alarm rings. It's all working, even though you're doing something else. It's the same thing, because you ask, you receive, it goes out. And the next one you hear will be Amma, the Divine Mother. What a glorious day this is, dear ones. Yes, even with what is happening within your planet. It is a glorious day because the plan for the earth is to heal. The plan for you is to heal. The plan is for the earth to rise in its frequency, and it is happening. You see the devastation that is occurring in many places. It may not be occurring where you are, but you are aware of it. Most of you have, in the last few years, been touched by death in some way, someone leaving their body. As someone said earlier, their personality is leaving this body and rejoining, where it's not just a personality, it's a soul level of knowledge and awareness. So the question has been asked. Oh, most of you who are listening to this did not hear the question because it happened before the recording. The question that has been asked is, what is This isn't the exact way it was phrased, but what is a life review for? Who does the life review occur to? The personality? Why does it need? Why does the personality need a life review? So I'm going to put it in a different way. You who are listening have developed a story for this incarnation. You have developed a story. Look at your body. You developed that story. That is your cast. Look at what you're wearing. Clothes, skin. You have developed your costume. And imagine holding in your hand the script for your life. You developed the script. Did your personality develop the script? No, your personality did not develop the script. Your soul self developed the script. Your soul self, which agreed with the Creator to explore the multitude of facets of love, that energy of love, to explore that. And your soul self devised a script. And then your soul self created a part of itself to be your character within the script. Your personality is a character. It is not who you truly are. Your personality is someone who took this particular role, whether you call it a play or a movie. In this case, let's call it an incarnation. And you go through all of the things that happen in that script. But it's an amazing script because those of you who listen to these words have had much experience on a soul level of incarnating. You have had much experience of taking a script and following it. And because you have had much experience in doing this, you are given options that those who do not have that experience don't have. Some souls have to follow, or let me change that. Some personalities of some souls have to follow the exact script. Stage right, straight, stage left. You will do this, you will do that. You will say these words, you will hear these words said to you. And that as you grow in experience of being incarnated, you're given more leeway. And all of you listening have more leeway. All of you listening know more about what free will is. You really don't have that much free will when you're first starting out with this because you follow the script. Then you discover what free will actually is. That you come upon something in your life, your personality, and you have a choice. Do you go to the right? Do you go to the left? Do you take your machete and shred the bamboo that's in the way of going on a new path? And you are able to evaluate what happens in choices, but you're exploring what is happening. You are discovering, oh, if I make that snide comment, this will happen with this person. I make the snide comment to someone else, they may make another one back, and then that happens to me. And you make decisions on what happens, and you learn as a human being, as a child, you learn that if I hit my sibling over the head or my playmate over the head with a toy car or with the doll, that they might not play with me anymore. And you learn to relate to others. You discover that as my parent or caretaker does something to me, gives me a cookie, a big hug, or ignores me and tells me to quit crying. Well, that's not exactly ignoring, is it? But responds in a way, then I respond in a certain way. and you learn from that. Does that 3-year-old learn? Oh, maybe, yes. But the essence of yourself from your soul self goes, oh, look at that. It's like an experimental ground. And you make choices. And as you make these choices and as you grow and develop, let's just take this incarnation, and you discover what makes you feel happy. And as you grow and develop, you discover that things don't necessarily make you feel happy. You discover that happiness is within yourself and how you can, focusing on your heart, being in your heart source, discover joy even in the midst of the personality's pain, even in the midst of the loss of loved ones. So one of the questions asked is, well, what is a life review? Does the life review happen to the personality? The question is, yes, it does. Why does the life review happen to the personality? Well, here's an interesting way of looking at it. The director of your life, who is your soul self, the director of your life calls your personality. And one of the things that's not often discussed with people with near-death experiences, as they already have much to look at the time, there is a review of the personality itself in this incarnation, discovering, well, this happened and this happened and it affected this one in this way and it affected me in this way, but then it affected generations. And you go through that. And then what happens is all the other personalities that you have shared with the world, let's put it the world. Your soul self has had, oh, let's say you've just had 10 personalities, and you bring together all the experiences you had, and then you see how they fit together and what it is you have learned and grown in wisdom. Oh, isn't it a wonderful world? Grown in wisdom and grace. So the personality is the review of the director over that play, that story. That's what the life review is. And it goes even deeper. When you say, well, how much deeper does it go? Well, yes, it has the personalities, but you know what else happens? Is all of those who had roles in your play, in your incarnation, even one that if you were still incarnated, you would not remember. The smile you gave someone, and it could be, oh, let's say it's the bus driver. The smile you gave the bus driver when you put the money in or gave the token or the ticket and you smiled. And you will discover that here is this personality that only was with you for a whole 5 seconds, and that your smile changed his or her life simply by lifting the mood within that bus driver. And the bus driver felt lighter and happier and noticed, because he or she was lighter and happier, paid more attention to the road and noticed a car coming out by running a red light and was able to step on the brakes and not get in an accident. And those 25 people that were on the bus did not die, did not lose their incarnation, which affected all of their families and all of their friends. That's rather amazing, isn't it? This is what is meant by you don't know how the waves of your life go out and affect everyone. You learn that in your life review, because in your life review, as one personality, take your name right now, as one personality, you learn how you have affected the history of humanity. even though you're not written up in history books. But maybe someone 12 generations from now is written up in a history book because you affected your life by a simple smile, affected all of these other things that would happen. When you are having the deeper life review, not the one that is just there when your personality goes and finds out what it's like for a while in the near-death experience, but where you're really reviewing everything, you discover how a simple thought, a simple act, a simple smile, a simple sneer can affect generations of people because one person is affected, which affects another, which affects another, which affects another. You know that your thoughts are creative, right? You don't know how creative your thoughts are. Most people hear that term, and if they believe it, they believe it intellectually, but not in reality. Because if you truly believed how creative your thoughts were, you would be aware of your thoughts at all times, and you would be aware of the choice of your thoughts. Where do thoughts come from? Some thoughts come from deep within yourself in the beliefs that you have, and you see something that happens and you make a judgment about that. A thought may come and saying, well, that person sure is stupid. Look at that. Well, that person isn't of the light. Look at that. When you make that thought, you are adding energy to a person who is struggling with the belief that they don't have anything to contribute, and that thought, your thought, someone else's thought, layers upon another, and that person has all of this energy there that weighs them down and they can't move out from it. It is too heavy for them. And then somebody comes and looks at them and say, oh, what a creative idea you just had. You have a tremendous amount of creativity. And suddenly there is a light that comes within them, something ignited with them, and they are able to move forward and break free from all of the darkness surrounding them. And yes, it can happen that quickly. And when you are having your life review and the way that you are involved with that person, you learn and experience how thoughts work. You learn and experience how emotion works. And then you take all of that energy from, let's say, the 8+ billion people upon this planet at this time, and you begin to experience in a way that could almost be overwhelming how the thoughts of everyone comes together. So in the United States, you have your political process in full tilt right now, right? What would happen? What do you think would happen if instead of choosing sides that you sent to both candidates and both groups of people who support the candidates, the energy of blessing and the energy of what is for the best of the world and the energy of hope, the energy of joy, what would happen? Well, you know what? Wouldn't it be wonderful to find out? Because that has never been done on this planet. Competition is part of what is here on this planet. You are experiencing right now the competition and the viciousness that can occur in the political process. Yes, this is in the United States, but it happens anywhere. You are experiencing that process and the wars that are upon your planet. What would happen if instead of sending low vibration energy, you asked that it be surrounded with love no matter who it was? Would there be changes? There would be. I can tell you that there would be. But you don't know yet. And we know, by we do parallel universes, by we, I mean Abba and myself. So we have different experimental backgrounds going, different games, if you would, happening. The whole part of what is happening in your planet is to release the low vibration energy, which is causing all of the conflict that you see, including the weather. Seeing what happens when you cleanse yourself, seeing what happens when humanity makes a choice to do what is the best for all people, to realize that competition does not work, unity works. Looking for what will be the best for the most people, and how, for those who maybe this isn't best, they come together and they find a way to change hearts and to change ways of thinking, to change beliefs. As one of your masters said, this one I speak through one of her favorite quotes from one of your masters, Einstein. You cannot change a situation from the same energy from which it was created. You cannot change war from conflict. You can only change war from peace. And giving people the space to understand and to see other possibilities. The life review that you undergo after this personality leaves the body is to bring together the knowledge and wisdom that you and everyone else has gained, to explore how to bring peace to the world, how to bring the vibration of the planet upward. And you do so by being in your heart. You do so by managing your thoughts and your feelings. You do so by making choices in your life, which instead of the choices where you have 100 choices, you bring them to my choice taking the right side or the left side or the center side will give me different options and cause different responses. Which one do I want? I hope that this helps in some way. It is an adventure. And when you do, this personality of you does leave your body. You are going to have much fun seeing how it all fits together. My blessings, our blessings to you. And know that our love continues to hold you and your planet. It continues. And I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. And this is Kathy. So, Margaret, did that help at all?
Oh, beyond helping, it gives a whole different framework. And it's funny, I always do stuff ahead of time and then we talk about it. And I started sending out positive vibrations to all the politicians. And,
yes, that's what I did. Yep.
yeah. And I also been telling myself, I'm one with the creator, together we co-create. This is to raise my own vibrations. I go, this is a creation and we're raising his vibration. And I've been doing that for a couple of weeks so that Alma comes in and I've been following the hints all along. So yay.
Yay. Anybody else have a comment?
Powerful, Dr. Kathy, very powerful.
Thank you.
Powerful
Amma
message.
does
Thank
good
you.
work.
Yes.
Okay,
Amazing.
folks. I will see those of you who do the Wednesday healing. I'll see you on Wednesday, and next week, let's do another Sunday ceremony, okay?
Looking forward. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Kathy.
you. Many
Blessings.
Blessing.
Thank you.
Blessings,
Thank you,
Blessings to
everybody.
everyone.
Love
Okay.
you all.
Love
you
you.
too.
Goodbye,
Blessings.
Miss
Bye-bye.
Cleo.
Hi, Cleo.
Take care. Much
Bye,
love to
everybody.
all of you.
Thanks, Kathy.